recording. So if you drop off, it's recording now. So if you do drop off, please, please, please know that it is being recorded. And I promise you, we will have, the recording at the end. So don't worry. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, hey, 7 o'clock, kind of an odd time. We all work during the day. 7 p.m. just happens to work for me. And I say it's typical time. 7 p.m. it's on the East Coast for me. It's typical time. That's my mother-in-law. She's from England. And if you guys have ever heard me talk about her, I love her. And so I always have a little, it's a little more ice than anything, by the way, but I have a typical time. Some people can grab wine, beer, whatever, but it's an hour packed of really good stuff. And I always go over. So I'm really excited to have everybody here. I know that we do have somebody in the chat that said, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Jay, Tony, hi, how you doing? I see you guys have your cameras. Anybody else out there? If you could take your cameras off, I'd love to see you guys. Feel like I'm not alone out there. Does anybody here use ChatGPT? And if you do, if it's not ChatGPT, if it's Claude AI, if it's any of the others, I'd love to hear what you do use if you have something that you use. Anybody? Love to hear it. Eric, can I make you co-host so you can please let people in to the room? It would just be much easier. I can't hear.
Can you hear me now? Can
I
you hear
can
me
hear
now?
you. Are you able to just let people in as I talk? It would
Well,
be.
you gotta tell me, what do I gotta do?
It's just up above. There's going to be this word that says admit. You're just going to see somebody that comes in the room that's going to say admit. Just press the word admit.
Okay. Think I'm
Easy.
qualified? Okay.
I think you could do this. If you can't, I'm sure I could find Jay, Tony, Natalie,
I'll
some.
give it a go. How's that?
Okay. Thank you so much. So anyways, guys, again, if you do drop off, I'm just going to wait about another minute or two just for people to come in because I know that we do have a lot of people that really want to hear this class. I am going to put in the chat box right now some cheat sheets. If you didn't see them in EXP Seniors Network, because I did drop them in there, do you see the word admit up there? Go for it. You got it? You press the blue admit button and perfect. Okay, now we've got that under control. I'm going to put in the chat box because you guys don't have to worry about it being you having to go over onto EXP Seniors Network. For you guys, it's a little toolkit. It's one PDF that has several, or I'm gonna piece it out, makes it very easy for you guys to download and get. They're all PDFs. I'm gonna kind of go through it. It's very easy. I'm gonna show you how to use it. And then I'm gonna set you free on your own so you guys can use it yourself. It doesn't matter if you're using ChatGPT. It doesn't matter if you're using Claude AI or any of the other ones that are out there. There's Gemini, there's a lot of them. I use both Claude AI and ChatGPT, depending on what it is. I'll tell you the people that I follow. So maybe if you guys want to follow the same people, go for it. If you have people that you follow, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear the people who you're following. So those are the things that I put in. I put in a toolkit for ChatGPT, and basically I kind of broke it down. Everything that's broken down in the chat box, I'm also putting in EXP Seniors Network, so it's already there. So if you don't get it here and anybody coming in, it will be over there. All right, let's get started. All right, so now I am going to start to, before I share my screen, I'm just going to kind of go in a little intro. I'm Heather Brooks. I am one of your co-founders here at EXP Seniors Network, and I have been doing this for about the last 7 years, and I love that target marketing with a passion and without feeling salesy and the no fluff. That's what I've been doing the last 7 years. I've been hosting classes. So if this is your first time, welcome. I really appreciate you guys taking the time at either whatever, if you're on the West Coast or on the East Coast, of hanging out with myself for the next hour. But I'm going to promise you, I'm going to make it really fun for you guys. If you are just joining us, I'd appreciate it in the comment section. Let me know what you're using. Is it ChatGPT? Is it Gemini? Is it Claude AI? I've kind of dabbled in them. I've been checking them all out. I find them really interesting. And I kind of like, I kind of broke it down for you guys. And that's the stuff that I put in the comments section. So it's plug and plays, very easy, simple stuff to use. I am going to break this down, basically 4 things, and then we're just going to work together on doing something as together. It'll be fun. Okay, so we'll do something together, and then I'm just going to let you on your own. I'd love to see what you guys all get. So let's talk about the overview of ChatGPT. I am now going to share my screen. So there, you see my file folder right here. But if you guys aren't using ChatGPT, there's so many things out there. Whatever it's integrated into, Google, Gmail, it doesn't matter. It's everywhere. We all have Canva. Guess what? It's integrated in there too. So I'm just going to show you very simple stuff with ChatGPT, things that I do. I have the version that's paid. There are differences between paid versions and the free versions. I don't know what those differences are, again, because I have the paid, but I love it. And I love both the Claude AI for one thing and ChatGPT for another. But the more you talk to it and massage it, the more it gets to know you and the more it gets to understand who you are, what you want, and the way you want it to sound. And so what do I mean by that? So ChatGPT, it's not here to do your job. It's actually here to make your voice stand out from the rest. Number one. Number two, when you are dealing with the older demographics, you do not want to be salesy. Okay. And you do not want to, no fluff. Like that's not how any of this demographics wants. The reason why I say that is because you are going to see the word sandwich generation, and I literally broke down avatars for all of us. And we're going to work with those avatars. And I name those avatars after sandwiches. And the reason why I say that is because as we're getting older, we're kind of sandwiched between things. But the problem is we don't know where to go to get all those things, whatever it is, at that point in time that we need them. But the real estate agents, we're like mass marketers. We're like the people that know everything, how to connect our community, how to educate our community, but best is like what to do with homeowners. Remember, let's go back, and I talk about this in all of our classes. Let's go back 40, 50 years when we all bought our homes, or when we were buying homes, we bought them with somebody that we like, knew, and trusted. But it's that person that we like, knew, and trust that, oh, by the way, they knew the person that did this, that, this. Okay, flip it around now. It's not young kids that we're putting in houses. We're now taking people and moving them to the next level. So when I speak, and I speak on a national level, I tell people, the home that we're aging in place in doesn't necessarily mean the home that we're currently in right now. It's not going to work for us. I could tell you that statistically. However, we all know statistically, nobody wants to move. Case in point, that's where we come in. And ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT for that. So I'm going to show you not only how to use ChatGPT, but when you're using ChatGPT, it is so important. And I'm going to just bring up one of our cheat sheets so you can just follow along really fast. So when you are bringing up something for social media, you have to understand your avatar. You have to understand who you're talking to, the story that you want to tell, where you want to come from. We all resonate with people that are the older demographics. I put this together because this over all the years, forgive me, I'm just going to make it a little bigger for you guys. Oops, sorry. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Oops. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. You know what? I got a better idea. Oh, I got a better idea. Okay. So forget that. I'm going to just do it from my favorite second tool between ChatGPT, by the way. And if you didn't see my Canva, go look at Canva. Canva's my favorite. It is absolutely my favorite because I live in Canva and you can do everything that I'm doing in Canva. Okay, so, all righty. All right, so when I talk about ordering up, can you see my Canva? When I talk about our style of avatars, the actual people that we're talking to, think of it like a sandwich. And I say that because you need to think of ChatGPT like a sandwich. Here's what I mean by that, okay? When you walk up to a countertop, you don't say, give me a sandwich. You tell them how you want the sandwich. You break down the sandwich of what you want. You talk about the meat of the sandwich and then the toppings. And then, yeah, together. Okay. So quite often, a long time ago, when when you deal with certain people, you want to deal with them like an FU sandwich, like just the thank you, this is boom, and then this is this. No different. It's sandwiched. We're all sandwiched. So club sandwich. That's a daughter, a son, or a spouse that's going to take care of people. You have to know who you're talking to. The reason why I say that is this sandwich is important when you go into ChatGPT to tell them the story that you want ChatGPT to give you the output for. Doesn't matter if it's social media, newsletters, doesn't matter. It can, and the reason why I put all of that stuff on there is because, and this is the stuff when I say that, it does not matter if it's social media, YouTube's, videos, scripts for videos, newsletters, downloadable, anything, sphere of influence. I can tell you right now, if you know your sandwich, okay, you got the club, open face. There's a lot of open face out there. You have the adult child that's out of state or lots of family drama around. You've got the sandwich shop. That's all of your people that help those that are in our community. What do I mean by that? I mean like your assisted living communities, your memory care, your step up, your 55, your active living. That's your sandwich shop. Those are people that you're going to shop around. Like when my client was ready to move, they're ready to go to any one of these places. Most real estate agents don't even have the sandwich shop because they don't know where to go after that next step. They sell the house, boom, done. Where do you go after that? So that's what I feel. That's your sphere of influence. Those are the people that are going to bring you clients. Those are important people. Those are people you want to network with in your community. So then you've got the word of mouth. Those are the people that just love to talk about you. Then you've got the stack sandwich. That's that couple that's like, oh my God, either we can't afford it, we can't do this, we can't do that. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm going to show you how to do the prompts in ChatGPT. And when you understand the person that you want to talk to, you're going to understand, look at what I'm telling you, the emotion, the Google, because that's important and I'll show you why. the angle that you want to come at, because we don't want to come at sales. No, 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 no. And how you're going to help them. That's your, that is your, as we all call it, like your action. That's where you want them to, your come to action, where they're going to come to find you and they're going to come to see you. That is where you want to go. So let's talk about, then you've got the mystery sandwich. By the way, if you don't know about expat living, it's great because EXP, we're all over the country. You have a lot of people that are moving out of our country. So it's great to be able to understand the components of that. If you are going to do something on social media, what I mean by that is when you go to Spain, because that's one of the hugest expat living, why don't you go take pictures around and talk about the expat living? And let's do a prompt and a style around it and help us with a video, because ChatGPT could do that for us. I love the reheated sandwich because that's the kid that's going to move back home, right? That's the kid who's like, I don't want to be out here. I'm going to just move back home. It might be because they're taking care of a parent, or it might be because they're not there. And then you got the everything bagel sandwich. I say that because multi-generational living is making a comeback, and you've got so many different people inside of that little thing. It could be from very young to very old. I am an everything bagel sandwich. Grew up with great grandparents and grandparents, multi-generational. So I would love to know where all of you guys fit on this and how you grew up. Like, what kind of, like, when you grew up, and how did you grow up? Were you the kid that's the solo, that you're the only person taking care of your parents? Are you multi-generational living? It creates such a story in our head. That story has to be told through ChatGPT. But in order to do that, you have to give it the type of bread, the type of cheese, whether it's Havarti, mozzarella, or Swiss. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Then you have to break it down with, do you want lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and it's sauced? Or, there's various styles. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But in my head, I look at it like a sandwich because there's so many various styles that you can tell ChatGPT to do something with. But if you don't feed it the correct information, it's going to go haywire and be like, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh God, no, I didn't even mean that. So I want to save you, cut the time in half and just tell you, this is important to know because you got to know your content angle on everything. You got to know, because I'm going to show you, you want to know the most Googled problem for whatever you want to talk about. Then you want to tell a little story about it. Why do I say that? Because that's your angle. You're going to talk about an emotion. You're going to Google what the problem is. And then you're going to do what I call a content angle. It's your storytelling of the story about it. It could be about you. It could be about a client. It could be about a friend. You could bring somebody in from, get this, the sandwich shop, the word of mouth. Why not? It's no different than you getting a Yelp review or a Google review, but it's different on social media because you're telling a story behind it. We all love storytelling, but what's your call to action? That's CTA. We don't want sales. We don't want it salesy. We want people to be open to feel free to contact you and be like, oh my God, that's great. I can't believe it. Those are options I never thought about. You want to come with serving. Hand up, how can I help you, rather than your hand out. Give me the sale. Let's go. Boom, done. Let's go. Next sale. That's not what this is about. That's not this. That's not this demographics. But let me tell you, the minute that you are in this demographics, it is amazing. It's a plethora of people asking for you to come in to help. I'm telling you, it's awesome. It is. So Anyways, the reason why I say this is because you are going to need to talk about this when you're doing social media, YouTube, okay? And I this is the cheat sheets I put in the box. Newsletters, okay? Consumer, when you're talking about your consumer, you better know who you're talking to when you're making the video or you're making like a, like a poster, whatever it is. You better know who you're talking to. You better know the lingo. What's gonna not make them feel good? Nobody wants to say we're going into a facility. Okay, that's just not it. We want to be in a community. So if you're going to go looking through a community and you've got all this video footage of this amazing senior community that just opened up and it's brand new and you want to highlight it, I got the cheat sheet for you. It's fun. It's easy. It's like really easy. Who is it that you're targeting? What is it that the story that you want to tell about that community? Then Google a problem because you want to stick the problem. Oh, this place, they got it for you. And then what's your call to action? Call me. I got you. Let's go check it out. I know all the people there. We'll have a private tour. That's your call to action. Did you sell them? No, you didn't. You just walked in their door to help them. So, there's even some fun stuff to go around, but the reason why I'm going to get off of this and I'm going to get right into ChatGPT is because I want to get started with you guys. Okay. So, I talked about the reason why we need those avatars. I talked about the storytelling. I talked about the Google the problem first. I talked about also turning the problem into a story to make ChatGPT give you what you want, because that's part of the sandwich. Remember, we needed the bread, we needed the meat of the sandwich. So your bread basically is the person. Who's our sandwich that we're targeting? So together, we're going to do something and I'm going to show you how it works. And then I'm going to show you some things that I've done in the past. And so you can kind of understand, and then we'll do something, a couple more things together. But let's do something together. And when you look at this, we want to tell a story about our parents with all the stuff in their house. Okay. Right. We all have those. Or if it's not our parents, it's a client we have, and it's just bustling with stuff. We know that we're going to have to bring in a move manager, right? Or somebody that's going to have to get rid of everything. We know that we're going to have to bring in other people to help. But when you are talking about, okay, so here is our problem because, oops, forgive me. I had something here. Forgive me. So remember, I told you we're going to Google first. We're going to Google a problem. Most of us, I could wholeheartedly agree that when it comes to problems with stuff, would you want to, I'm asking any one of you out there, please in the chat box, let's take a vote. And I'm going to have Eric tell me, somebody from the sandwich, tell me who you would want to see that has to deal with that stuff. What I mean by that is it going to be the person that lost a spouse and they're like, oh my God, I've got all this stuff. I got to get out of here. I can't afford it. Is it going to be the child that's left with all of this stuff? Like, oh my God, who wants this stuff? And how the heck do I get rid of it? Or is it going to be the person that's ready to right size and who's like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. But what do I do with all the stuff I can't move? I'm just going to pay to house it. It's easier. So like we're going to talk about the right sizing side of it, but I'm just curious. Are you asking from a child? Are you asking from the adult? So, Eric or somebody, please let me know.
Yeah. So how about a story? The client's mother has been living alone with a senior aunt, for the
Okay.
last 15 years.
Okay.
She's incompetent now, and we have to put her into a home. Got to
Okay.
get rid of the junk.
Okay.
What are we going to do with that?
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Okay. So basically, what I'm hearing is it's going to be the child that's going to be like, oh my God, my aunt, forget about the aunt, because your main focus is who's the owner of the home. That's going to be, let's just say it's the mother.
It's
The
the mother.
mother, yeah, the mother's the mother of the home. Okay, so we're the child. I will tell you statistically, it is the oldest daughter. There are all the statistics are basically on that cheat sheet that I gave you for sandwich generation. But let's just say it's the oldest daughter, and I am Googling, right? Let's Google as the oldest daughter. Please give me a question that all of us would typically ask when we're dealing with a parent who has cognitive issues and we need to deal with all their stuff in the house. So, what would be the first question that would come in mind? It would be probably a who, what, where, when, or how, right? It'd be one of those questions. So, give me a who, what, where, when, or how.
Who do I call to help me get rid of this stuff?
Okay, so so here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here you go.
Oh,
So we already know the reason why I say this is you're gonna get an AI overview. Okay, AI overview is gonna tell you hire an estate company. This is why this is important. Okay.
right.
Okay. The reason why I come to Google is how do I get rid of my parents' belongings? How do I dispose of my parents' belongings? How to help parents get rid of stuff. So that person is who do I call? That's a great call to action. And I'll show you why. Okay. So if I'm going to go call to action, like who do I call? And then hold on, because remember, I told you we have to have a story here, right? So basically, our problem, oop, so our problem is, oh, do you guys want to pick like, how do I get rid of parents' belongings? Okay, problem. How do I get rid of parents' belongings? Hold on. Okay, so there is your problem. Okay, let's tell a story of something that one of us has gone through or a client has gone through, right? Please think of a story that somebody has had to go through and it's quite often. What's the story behind this? Because we all have to have that story. It's a client, a client, um, a client, a
How
client's
about a
dog.
widowed client?
Oh, no. We actually had to get rid of, forget it. Sorry. Forgive me. I'm going with the story because we already have the problem. Forgive me. The story is a client's daughter. Oh no. Client's daughter. Oops, sorry. Noticing mom needs to move and sell home. Okay, so there's your story, right? And then then you're going to go your call to action, and then you're going to go and then you're going to go option and then you're going to so I'm all about there's different ways to do this. We all have different ways. I'm all about talking about a problem, giving a story, having options, and then having a call to action. I like when people have different options before they get down the rabbit hole. That's me. Okay. So that's just how I like to. So you then need to massage us. We already know that what the problem is. We already know what the story is, and we already know we need options, right? Whoops. We need options, call to actions, and call to action without being salesy. And I say that because nobody wants to be sold to. So at the beginning, you need to massage it. Remember, I told you to massage it? We are all realtors here. And we all know typically a prompt comes out salesy. So I am going to write, I am a realtor working with uh aging parents. Oops. Aging parents and senior homeowners. Oops. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to type home. I've done this so many times. I'm a realtor working with aging parents and senior homeowners. Help me come up with a now social media post. Do you guys want a newsletter? Now, this is where we put in what we want it to do. The reason why I say that is I had brought up this, right? Okay, social media, YouTube video, newsletter. The reason why I say that is because it has to develop something completely different for YouTube than it does for social media, whether it's Facebook or TikTok. I will tell you social media, keep it under 60 seconds or less. If you will do over 60 seconds, it better be educational. Okay. And I'll show you why. If it's YouTube, 90 seconds more. But the reason why I say that is because it's going to be vastly different the way it's tailored. So if I'm going to do a social media post, I'm going to tell it to craft and see what I wrote here. Craft posts that feel personal rather than promotional. Those are very key words that you want this to say. I'm a realtor. Help me come up with, and I'm just going to literally plug and play, you guys. No different. Help me come up with a social media post. Craft a social, and typically, by the way, I'll ask it for a few because I don't like what it does for one or two. So I want a few options. Don't let it go crazy with tons. So create 3 social media posts, right? That feel personal rather than promotional, right? And give great options. Now, if you look at this, we already used the story. I already told you about a story that we're going to do. But here's where you need to come in. Do you guys want it to feel emotional from the heart? How are you speaking to this person? Do you want it to be humorous, lighthearted? Do you want it to feel nostalgic, kind of back in the day? So you kind of have to like massage it of like, is it your voice? The more you do this, the more it's going to know, and you don't have to do this. Just letting you know. You want to keep reminding it that you don't want to be salesy because there's so much meat in the sandwich that you keep telling it. You want to keep telling it, hey, remember, we're just going to be a plain sandwich. We don't want all those extra add-ons. I didn't add it onto this. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, good. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I tell you this because literally you will be able to plug and play all of the stuff that I have given you in the chat box, exactly like what I'm doing right now. Does not matter if it's social media or YouTube or whatever, just plug and play it. And then give it a problem, give it a story. I like the options. You don't have to do options. You can put your own little narrative on it and twist, but you always want a call to action. You always want it to come back, to you in a really nice way. It could be downloads. You already got their information. So fascinating, right? So let's put it in there. Now, one of the things that I will tell you is when it starts to come out, I will start massaging it because quite often it come out and you're like, it doesn't sound that great. But the more you massage it, the more you get what you want. Three things that you have to do. Look at their spelling before you do it. Look up the statistics and the information that it's getting you and double check because it can come in and give you some info and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Just double check, okay, when it comes to stuff like that, because it's not always great. And then the third is really like sit on it, think about it, okay, because those are big things. You want it to resonate from who you are, not ChatGPT. You don't want to like just slap it and paste it. It's not what this is about. This is about just like using ChatGPT. Like, it's not here to do your job. It's just here to make your job so much easier, like way easier. So as you can see, it's giving me responses, right? Below are some responses, embracing new chapters together, honoring memories, right? You can see that. It's also giving me kind of some like posts that I could be doing. See, here's the response for two. So what it's telling me is number one, you can have like actually like talk this conversation out. And you can say, yesterday I met with such a wonderful family facing a heartfelt challenge. A daughter was noticing that her mom's long time, do you hear me talking it out? Very easy to talk out. This is response number one. I mean, think about how easy that is. Now, this doesn't sound like me. I already know that. Okay. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But it's also going to give you posts. Here's getting social media posts. And all you need to do is figure out what kind of a picture you're going to put on the back. But don't worry, ChatGPT's got you. So none of this really sounds like me. I didn't know if you guys really looked at it, but it also says, do you want this response or do you want this response? So I am going to go with this response right here, but here's what I'm going to tell it. Hold on, because I got it down here. I'm going to say, and I don't know why, you guys, but I'm very basic. And I go, this sounds so, ChatGPT, please use my style, of no fluff and um and lighthearted because I'm not so like crazed when it comes to the way things go. How do I get rid of my mom's stuff? That was the exact question my client's daughter asked me last week. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something in a second. Her mom's ready to move. The house isn't safe. You know, look at this. But every drawer is full of history and guilt. What if I need it? All right. So this is the kind of stuff. I've got resources. There's your call to action. Why is this your call to action? Because do you think that senior move managers are going to be like spearheading kind of this type of information? Probably not. It's real estate agents who are partnering up with senior move managers. That's where your sphere of influence comes. That call to action is still coming to you. It's not going to one of your move managers. You're just getting the first call to help them find the move manager because move managers aren't out there giving themselves, if that makes sense. So the reason why I say that is because mom's not a hoarder. Would I put that on a video? No way. That's just me. That's the way I wouldn't. But here's what I would do. Okay, so I am going to show you how I've taken these and put them onto social media and how it's working for me. when I put in these sandwich style information into ChatGPT and then I massage it, but I massage it for us and what we do. So the reason why I say that is because I have here on TikTok, oops, hold on one second. So I have two different TikToks for a specific reason. And and the reason why is because of the way I speak to one side or another. And when I'm speaking to one side or another, I'm speaking in a very specific way of like connecting with people that are my mother-in-law and my mother. Like I'm in the middle of it. This is my mother-in-law. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But I'm speaking to, and you need to have that connection of you connecting and networking in there. You really do. I see that because when you start to see things, when you start to see things show up, you're like, oh my God, I just did a TikTok on that. Or I just did a social media video and you could talk about it. The reason why I say that is because I'm noticing, and the reason why I started this is I was always having those awkward conversations with the adult kids or the seniors and educating them, but nobody was talking to each other. And it annoys me. It really annoys me. So I went to TikTok and I was like, oh, I'm going to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask ChatGPT exactly how to construct something. I'm like, oh, it's a fiblet. Oh, this is the one I just did. Why? Okay, so let me talk about what am I telling? What's the problem? What's the story? And what's my call to action? Those are the three things, right? Here. So you always have to have a hook, got to draw them in. And that hook is basically the story about like what the issue is. The issue here, let me see do you guys,
surgery.
are you able to hear this?
She's walking around the house
No?
looking for her mother's
Yeah?
medication.
Okay.
So I am going to give you a little prompt. It's kind of sound like a permission slip from when we were younger, but it's so easy to do and it's simple. And the best part is it leaves the control to our parents.
So do you know how important it is to always leave the control to your parents? Because that's the biggest issue. You want to win both sides. Do you see what I just did there? I want to win both sides. I told you about that sandwich generation. In this video, I am speaking to not one, not two, not three, not four, not six sandwiches in this one video. And the way I did it was talking about, do you know, like basically the emergency information, like if emergency room contacts you, do you know the basic information about your parents? And it's let's start having that conversation. I gave them a little tip, leaving it in their parents, leaving it into their parents' hands. I see this because it draws attention. I had 49 people like it. Even though I had 2 people engaged, doesn't matter. I had 11 people that flagged it. You have people now telling you, my father took care of everything. He passed away last year. My mom had no idea. I now have access to everything being an only child. Guess what?
What's that one conversation?
Do you know the sandwich person that I just spoke to? Look at the sandwich generation chart that I gave you. I'm now hearing who it is. I again did that same video in a different way.
So then you're going to be the one.
Okay, did it in a different way, just a little twist on it. I now had 4 people engaged, 31. But again, I had more people that ended up, following. The reason why I say this is because You guys have no idea how many people that are out there that are struggling with the simple little information that all of us should be having. And none of us are having. So when you walk into an older adult's house, let me tell you how hard it is. Kids have no idea if what the parents have, if the parents passed away. But if you have a relationship with those parents, at least you know. So that's why it's so important. Don't come in with sales and come in wholeheartedly. Come in with what's the most questions asked. Then a story of how you've helped somebody, what you've done to help them, how you've got options to help them. And then you've got what are you going to do? How are they going to contact you? I'll tell you, they're going to contact you. I've got all these people to help you with it. So when I just went to, hold on. Oops. When I went to, did I close ChatGPT out? I'm really good at this. So when I closed ChatGPT out for us. So when I get back into this, by the way, you can see how many things that I have here. But when I come in here, you can see that it's now given me a no fluff, no pitch, just helpful and human. If you take one of these 3 scenarios and you go watch that video that I just sent you guys, or that I just showed you guys, you'll see that that is my style. You'll see it's learning my style. It's massaging it, right? So some of the things that you can actually say to it, and remember I was saying to you guys, it's so great because I'm going to ask it, create a, create a, flyer or help me out with something on Facebook. Create a Facebook post that's interactive with photos. Okay. For post number 1, because you have to pick what post it is. It's got a lot to think about. You don't want to waste its time. Really. When you see how long it takes to generate a picture, and I'm going to show you the pictures it generates. Granted, it's not that great. I'll go throw it in Canva. You'll see. So here's what it's going to say. Image ideas. Sometimes it'll ask you, I quite often like to ask it, but image ideas, upload a post or ask to add their comments. I'm going to say, let's talk about, a house full of stuff. Oh, no, hoarders, right? Let's do a hoarding house, right? Let's just say a hoarding house as the graphic. And then it's asking, do you want it to caption it too? And it's asking me, do you want this response? Do you want that response? Do you see the pictures it's pulling? It's giving me the options. You want ChatGPT to give you those options. I say that because when you go down the rabbit hole with ChatGPT with one prompt and you don't give it options, it'll stick with that the whole time. And then you just have to start off with a whole new chat. And it's time consuming. Been there, done that many of times. Okay. So let's just kind of here's a Facebook post tailored to your style, cluttered room. How do I even start? Share a photo or story about that time. Yeah. So I prefer this engagement. If you need assistance finding appropriate images or crafting additional posts, so share photo or story, it'll share it or do it for me. It'll put it all together. Which it did here. You can use one of these, but I want you to create a flyer for me. Let's see if it creates it. If it doesn't, I'm not going to waste our time and I'll go show you my library. Quick questions. Okay. Once I have all those, yes, it's for a class. They want catchy. What do we do with all the stuff? I'm just going to pick and choose really fast, but I love that it's giving me answers because what do you want the reader to do? Call you, sign up, download a resource. Contact me for resources, right? Because we have we've got our SOI. We can contact our SOI, but we already have their information. We've captured that information. So I love that it's already asking me. Then, do you want clean and professional, static and warm? Remember, I told you, I want funny and relatable. It's funny and relatable. Let's do with a little nostalgia. Just so, because the sandwich that we're asking for, I might be talking about somebody that's older. So you want it to hit a few different areas, right? Then you want it to say, email me. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Now let's see what it does. See where it says getting started? The reason why I say you don't want to just say, yeah, go ahead and do it, because it takes a long time to generate something. Now, not necessarily going to come out great. I'm going to show you some really funny things that it has done. I know that we're getting up to 7:50 and I do want to take questions, but I do while this is going. I call this tipple time. And so my mother-in-law drinks cocktails at night. So cocktail cheers to everybody that's on here at 7:50 on the East Coast. I appreciate you guys showing up for ChatGPT because I love doing this. It's fun for me. Again, it's when it comes out, I told you guys, you got to look at the picture. You got to look at the wording. You got to look at what it says because sometimes it doesn't say what it should. You can go back in, you can massage it. Don't really waste your time. But here's what I love about it. It's not here to do your job. It's just here to make it much easier for you. So what do? I take this, I throw it into Canva because you guys all saw my Canva account with all the stuff in it. Look at that. One glove. Don't know what one glove means, right? A box of old VHS tapes. Kind of like it, but do you see what I mean? That it needs to be massaged, right? So it doesn't quite have what I want. But the bottom line is it creates it for you. Now, right here, this word library in ChatGPT, the word library, that'll give you all the stuff that it can actually make for you. Like I actually put into ChatGPT a friend's face and my sister's face and said, if my sister looked like a dog, what would it look like? I took a picture of her and I loaded it. Like that's how easy and simple this is. Download a free guide. That's your call to action without being salesy. No fluff. Why is it going to work? Because you're not selling them anything. Bottom line, you're not selling them anything. So like I use this thing for everything. Should they stay or start packing? You know, like think about the little prompts that you could make that are just like very easy to do. This is why I say this. Do you see my face? Do you see what it did to me? So I asked ChatGPT, hey, by the way, do a movie poster about me. You know all the stuff about me. It did it. And then I uploaded. This is what it gave me. But I kind of like starring senior homeowners everywhere, right? It's kind of cool. Anyways, so I say that because remember you said nostalgic? That's the nostalgic that I was telling you about. So the more you play around with it, the more you massage it, the more it knows you, the more it knows what you want, what you need. Now, with that all being said, I just want to finish just the last two little things. And the reason why I say that is because there are a few people that I personally follow. And I know people are probably like, oh my God, like I could really use the help. Personally, it's very easy. Hold on, because I'm trying to get to, oh my God, I'm trying to get rid of all of the, your information. Okay, so first of all, for all of you guys that, okay, Jeff Sue is the guy on YouTube. And I promise you guys, I will put these links up in the chat box with everything. Jeff Sue on YouTube. Me, he's all about productivity. He is fabulous, very easy to follow. I love him. And this is who I follow or who I like on YouTube. There's several others. I know I get a lot of questions, you guys, on where can you guys find the videos for us or like for this thing. I'm trying to find you playlist. We do not have an EXP YouTube channel. It was hijacked 7 years ago, so we've not been able to do anything with it. So I house it here, but only XP agents know about it. Nobody outside the industry does. Only you guys get the links. It is not open to people out there. So it is under one of these. You can go to both of them. There are things in both of these. This goes right to our main EXP website, okay, or our main EXP YouTube channel on DEI. And this one has everything, and it's like just tons of stuff. That's where you can find that. So the next thing that I wanted to show you is if you do watch TikTok, I encourage you to follow this guy. Hold on, copy link, because he is literally the Uber. This is how I've learned everything is this man right here. This person right here really can accelerate it to a whole new level. If you want ChatGPT on steroids and want to know more, that's your guy. I subscribe to his Substack. What's a Substack? It's kind of funny. It's better than a newsletter. I'm like fascinated by it. I'm working on it with my business coach. So I'll come to you guys with it. But everyone's using Substack, and I just want to know, how can you be a hero sandwich on a Substack? So I'm going to learn how to do that for all of us. But this guy right here really and it's not just ChatGPT, by the way. It's basically all the large language models. That's the LLM when you guys hear it. It's just basically like, it just houses all of the information with words and then putting all those words together and numbers and codes and everything. It's fascinating. ChatGPT is so, and even, by the way, Claude AI, Canva does a lot too. But even if I saw something like this, okay, and I said, hey, I saw this video and need you to break it down for me. And this is the reason why I say this is because it could go into a plethora, and I just want it short and easy. As you can see, it searches the web. It is going to break down that video for everything that I need and want. Do you see that? Key takeaways. It's going to give it to me the exact same way. Right? Isn't that fascinating how it can do that on that one video? If I wanted to ask it who else was like that on TikTok, it'll give me that too. The reason why I say that is because if there's somebody that you like their style of videos and the way that they're creating content on YouTube, social media, pop it in there. Ask it. You know my style. Help me create videos that are like this style and breaking it down. I mean, if you want to really do it, but here's the problem. You got to sound authentic. It's really got to come from you, regardless of where it comes from. It really does. That's like the key to all of this. It's got to come from within. So, that's another one. Here is, I already showed you guys this, but one of the other things that I did with my mother-in-laws, and when we go into houses, we see this quite often.
Mind your own business. Mind your own business. You won't be mad about.
Why do I say that? Because we can all relate to no grab bars in there. I'm an aging specialist. I could put them in there, but they don't want help. So I'm not going to help because that's how they see aging. I'm doing kind of a twist on it, but you know what? It's all the comments that I got. Do you see that? It's the 14 comments. It's the 89 people that actually liked it and could resonate with it. And by the way, it's the 12,000 people. Sorry.
Are you?
It's the 12,000, almost 13,000 people that watched the video that were like, oh my God, that's my parent. So you have to think not from a sales tactic. So remember I was telling you I have the how to age your way. My how to age your way is more on, oh, I guess I gotta log into TikTok, but how to age your way is more like on that side of like education, where sandwich generation is just me talking and having the talk like, dude, I had the same thing happen. But the reason why I say this is because when you go into the how to age your way portion of it, as it logs in, forgive me. The reason why I say that is because this is where I can monetize stuff with certain people. Oh, I did a video. Look at, I did a video not too long ago. And look, this is it. But the reason why I say that is I'm monetizing with this. There's certain things in our area, like assisted living communities. If you have connections, you can do referrals. Take an assisted living community, go around, show, highlight it, put it on YouTube, put it on all this. It's fascinating and how you can, what you can do, how you can do it, the way you can explain things to people and how they will resonate with you. It's really fascinating. And how they look for education. And the reason why I say that is because I decided to start the sandwich generation chats over on I'm going to switch an account. And the reason why I said this, I literally just started a new account. Where is it? Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. Let's see. No, not this one, because this is this one. I say that because I just started an account that was, view all channels. I started an account that was called Sandwich Generation Chats, and I have had 2,000 views on one of them. It's fascinating. There is so much to be had in this sector and in this area. See, it's not going to come up because I'm not searching. So it's called Sandwich. And again, I am going 22 subscribers. Look at this. I just started this. I just started this channel. And this was,
What's that one conversation that you're dodging with your aging parents? Healthcare decisions, letting go of the keys to their car, or talking about assisted living care? Just comment below, and I'm going to share some of my go-to conversation starters and tips that are going to help break the ice for you.
I'm just breaking the ice and getting comments. That's all. That's you streaming.
Parents
That emergency contact, that's where I did it
your
here.
parents coming
So
hospital.
you will see differences between YouTube, different social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Reels, whatever. You got to figure it out. Sweet spot for all of us. But I just found it fascinating that here I go to that one, like I just was like, screw it, I'm just going to do a YouTube channel. And then I ended up with all this. So I find it fascinating to see. I'd love for you guys to see, what works for you. I put in the chat box for you guys cheat sheets. They're also in EXP Seniors Network. I literally gave you prompts. Prompts that literally will tell you, share one thing, that you've come across. why it works. And do you want nostalgia? Do you want funny? Do you want relatable? And then do you want to chat? Do you want people to comment? Do you want people to do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to click for a download? So it would be great if you had assisted living communities that you were connected with and you already had information for that community downloadable. That's your call to action. You want more information on this community? Here you go. Click. Boom. Already there. ChatGPT does so much. However, like Nate and Jeff and those guys are going to elevate yours, because I haven't gotten to that level yet, by the way. But if anybody's there, please elevate it to where your calls come in and you have certain people that are saying keywords. It's going to automatically send out information, like ask another question. Oh, it does it with your emails. It's fascinating. So don't be scared of it. It's very easy. I hope I made it sound really easy with the sandwich explanation. And with the tutorials that I gave you, I know I just kind of went over one, but you know, I would love for all of you guys that are on this to ask ChatGPT after you're working with it, or if you do work with it, to write, give yourself a movie poster. Ask ChatGPT, you know a lot about me, you know, like everything you know about me. I'd love for you to create a movie poster about me. And see what it does, because that's what it gave me. And these are types of things that, by the way, Nate's Substack, he gives you on Fridays, just fun things to do. I say that because it's kind of fun. We all saw the Barbie thing. There's so many things out there, but play around with it, have fun with it. Don't be scared of it. We all are doing it together. It's not solo. All these prompts that I've given you, not salesy, do not come from sales. You want to be the person you like, know, and trust. You can use your sphere of influence on any of those call to actions. You can use any of those sandwich people in any of those prompts. Just boom, boom, boom. I made it really easy. So done. Cheers to making it in, oh, I'm sorry. And 1 hour and 6 minutes with this crew. I'm now going to stop. I'd love for your questions. I did not look in the comments. I am a one-man show here, you guys, by the way, so please forgive me. But I would love to hear what you know, if you guys have questions. And then I'll see you here next Thursday at 7 p.m. If there's something you guys want to learn, happy to help you. Oh, and by the way, all of our Gmails I learned this from my son tonight. All of our Gmails have this thing called, one moment. Ooh, what is it called? Shoot, there's a name for it, and now I don't remember. So there's this thing called, polish. In your Gmails, it's called polish. Polish is ChatGPT for Gmail. I just learned that tonight because I was constantly like, oh, redo this in my wording to ChatGPT because I needed to respond to somebody. Not anymore. I just realized that tonight. So I hope that helps you guys. A little polish button because I'm going to start using it. So anybody have questions? Raise your hand, talk.
Hello.
Oh,
Holly, go for it.
Sorry about that. I put it in the chat. It was just, I know you probably have something and I probably just have missed it, but do you have a generic list of vendors for like senior care industry that we should start networking with?
Yes.
When we're
So
first starting out?
I did, and it is in a YouTube video, and the list is in one of the comments. You guys, here's the thing, by the way, workplace is going away. So I've got to quickly, I've got a group in Facebook that I've got to quickly do, and I'm going to put all of the files in that group. It's going to be a private group. but it can only beat our EXP Seniors Network. I, for 7 years, have grown this network to the largest network dealing with the older demographics for a reason, because it's my heart and soul that I've poured into. I've been in it longer than most of the coaches and people that are out there, and I love it, but I've never done it outside of here. And I love it being here. So going out to Facebook's kind of scary for me because I really enjoy being my workplace, but I know I got to do it.
I appreciate everything you do.
But I'm going to put, I will put a file section because we do, you're right. We do need a file section. I wish I did, but I'll do it. Anybody? Natalie, I think you had a question, Natalie? Okay, Eric does though.
Yes, I had one. I've been working on trying to understand ChatGPT a lot better, and I spent some time the other day trying to create a what would I call it, a senior citizens YouTube channel and all of the designated things that would fall under that, and it was pretty incredible what it did.
Yeah.
And now I've got all this stuff, and you've talked a little bit about, oh yeah, you just put this into your Canva and out it'll come. So
Oh,
I'd love to see a demonstration of
okay,
how that
really
would come
fast,
from
you
the.
guys. That is a great, I am so happy to help you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again because you're right that a lot of
It's
people,
all great. It's wonderful, but
I
you've got this
don't
unfinished with no
know.
roof on it.
Got it. This is great. Ready? So for all of you that are doing something in a chat GPT, doesn't matter wherever it is, when you do something for it. So remember I had this remember I have this right.
Exactly.
Let
I
me
have
just,
several of those, and I don't know what to do
no.
with them
So
now.
what you're going to do is, hold on. So, because here's what I have to do. So here, I got to move out this picture. Give me 1 second. So, okay, you can, I have your faces right here at the bottom, and I need that bottom. Forgive me. Here,
Take us away.
create this for Canva. Watch this, you guys. Watch this, okay? It's going to get started. If it doesn't work this way, because sometimes it's finicky, and I don't want to keep saying that's not how to do it. You didn't do it correctly. I'll just show you what I've uploaded already. Just letting you know. But you got to go over into your Canva account, but hold on, I'll show you.
So I've got several of them.
Yeah.
It prompted me, or let's say it responded saying, "Would you like this to be
Uh-huh.
ready to put
That's
into
out.
Canva?"
Right.
And
So here's
so I
what
would. Well, I don't know how to do that.
right. I prefer putting it into a PDF and then dropping it into Canva, but I'm going to show you what I've done and how I do it because there's workarounds because it's just finicky. That's just what I found. So obviously it's taking a moment, but let's just say this image right here, you're going to put into Canva, you have the download. By the way, if it gives you a link, I need you to know this, that link does expire. So you have to download that link like this. And I'll show you because there's links in here, like this link right here, and I'll say download file, but you'll see this red thing up here. It won't let me download it. Okay. So please understand that those links do go fast. Okay. Now, because I clicked out of it, sorry. However, once it's downloaded, let's just say that I have the poster. Oh, let's just pretend like there's a poster. Let's say you've seen these posters. Okay. Pretend like you've seen these. You guys have seen these posters. Okay. I will take this poster. I will literally copy it. Sarah says edit image. I will go, no, just kidding. I will go
That
ahead.
poster as a PDF?
Yes, I will go ahead and copy this image, or you can share it, and I like to do it from my phone because it's much easier, but I'll
Yeah.
go to my Canva because if you go from your phone, way easier, and I'll show you why. this is my Canva account. I am able to, from my phone, quickly upload it into this and then rearrange stuff. Does that, so I turn them into PDFs. So I sent those PDFs, the cheat sheets that I made for you guys. I sent them from my phone to here, and then I just plugged and played them. So when it asks you, and I prefer again doing it from my phone. When it asks you from your phone, and I'd be happy to do a phone tutorial on this from ChatGPT, because I do a lot of stuff in ChatGPT from my phone. But just for instance, I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to go into my library. If you guys can see this, see my library, and I'm going to take that one right here, and it's going to say share at the bottom. I'm going to share it, and it's going to open it up to this. Do you see this? I'm going to slide it over to the word Canva that's in there, and it's already in there. And once I press on that, hold on. Once I press on that, it automatically goes right into my Canva account, and it puts it right into there. Now watch what happens on my computer. This is why I don't do it off of my computer. I do it off of my phone. But watch what happens. So I'm going to go into my Canva account because this is my Canva account. I'm just going to refresh it because that thing that I just showed you guys on here will be in here. It might take a second, but hold on. It says, what do we do with that stuff? Let's see if it's in here. Oh, yeah. It does take a few seconds.
Heather, this is Desiree. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
When you're doing this, you said it was easier to do it on your computer or on your phone?
No, when I take the image and send it to Canva, I do it from my phone.
Okay,
That's just
gotcha.
what I do, unless I save it onto my computer or like into downloads, and then I go back in. But I just would do it this way and then onto Canva. Come on. And then it goes, yes, use InDesign. Sorry, I didn't finish the little. So it's already in my account. And now I'm going to refresh this. And then you'll see it's going to turn up. You see where it says Untitled Design? It's not going to be Untitled. It's going to be this. That's on my phone. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So what I do is I go, hold on. So here's my Canva account. Okay. I'm in my Canva, but I'm going to go to my ChatGPT. Okay. Remember I told you guys about that library in ChatGPT that I have? See, there's this library. I already have stuff. I'm going to do it again, just so you guys see. See all of these things right here? I'm just going to pick a random one. So this duckies. Wait till you see all the horrible words. Okay, I am going to press. It's going to say share down at the bottom. Oh, hold on. Down at the bottom, it's going to give you 4 options, at least on my phone. I press the word share, and it's going to go to this screen right here. Once I go to this screen, I'm going to move this over. Once I move it over, it's going to move over to, because I can't see anything, forgive me. It's, oh, there, I already passed it. That's my Canva account, okay? You're gonna see my Canva account. I'm gonna just press on that, and it goes directly right to my Canva account. So what happens is there's these 2, it's gonna ask you 2 prompts. You're gonna press edit image, okay? I'm pressing on the word edit image. It will automatically go right into my Canva account. Okay. You know that because you'll see at the bottom, it'll say crop. It'll give you all those options. Okay. Now let's go back to into my Canva account and see if that indeed did go into my Canva account. All righty. Untitled Design again. Okay. It might be right under this. Ooh, did I finish it? Oh, sorry. See the word save? Forgive me. I didn't finish this. Such an important feature. Save. Okay. And then it's saved. Okay. And now it should be in here. Oh, so gotta go home. There we go. It should now be in there. And if it's not finicky, like I said, and you might just have to go in and redo it again. But for some, yeah, it's not going to do it. So,
So in the end on this, Heather, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Mhm.
In the end, this should be something that we can edit.
There is going to be stuff that's not going to be edited. What I do is I just cover over it with boxes, with text boxes, because some of them is not editable and some of them it is. You have to ask for editable, you know what I mean? Editable designs. Again, we are talking about massaging what you're asking it to do versus the output of what it's going to give you. So in order to be able to get that, you're going to have to massage it and say, I need to edit this design. I personally just and redo the design in my own way. I'm like, oh, it gives me the same thing. So I'll still keep this, but I might put a different caption up here, but like that, or something, or rearrange it or something like that. It all kind of depends. I'm trying to get this thing to upload to Canva. Forgive me.
So use Magic Grab and go in and remove certain things and add something else.
There you go. Oh, by the way, it's use in new design. Sorry, I pressed the wrong one. So it says use a new design. So that's what it'll be. It's called use a new design, and then it should save it here. Oh, that was it. Forgive me. There you go. Okay. So I see that because when I went to go do it and I went to share, I just want to show you what I did wrong so you guys understand. When I went into share, I go into my Canva account right here. I press it. It's going to give me these two options down here. When I wrote use it in new design, forgive me, use it new design. That's the one I did. And then it goes right into your Canva account. So now I'm going to have a double one. I should have a double one by this point. Yeah, see, now I've got two of the ducks. This is going to be one duck. And this will be two ducks. The reason why you see that green untitled project in here is because it basically just gives it a frame for it to drop that into it. And then you'll see I loved this robot and I was so sick of plugging and playing and trying to do stuff because Canva's not easy sometimes. It's annoying sometimes. I just made my own today. And obviously I made the wrong day because it says Wednesday and it was really Thursday. But that's where you have to check your stuff. But again, was that easy, Eric? Did that give you what you needed?
Yeah, it was, but where I was hoping for is if you go back a step before you actually created that document, ChatGPT gave you the words, and
it doesn't always resonate over to the flyer. And that's why I say, you guys, ChatGPT is not doing your job for you. It is here to help you with your job, but it is your job to take each pieces of these and to put in the correct information. Again, ChatGPT put in Wednesday. I had Thursday down for the date, but ChatGPT did Thursday and I didn't catch it. That was me. But I'm just saying is like those little things, it has so large language model. It's got so much that it's trying to take care of that it comes back and it gives you odd, weird things. That's why I tell you guys, you've got to look at your spelling. You have to look at what it's saying and you have to really be able to resonate it here because no one's going to buy it then. No one's going to buy it. It's just, you just sound like ChatGPT talking. So,
cool.
Anybody else have questions?
I've got one on another completely different subject, and that is, you just mentioned that workplace is going away, and I think it's pretty soon in July, maybe.
Yes, I have a Facebook group. I'm just gonna put our logo and other things on it. So don't worry. I got you guys. 7 years.
And
I'm not going anywhere.
so then the next thing is Slack going to be the new one?
Yes. Yes.
It
We
is.
are
So
gonna
we
have
now we
Slack.
got
We are gonna have Slack. Don't know how to use it yet, but we're gonna have Slack. But I'll start putting stuff up like ASAP. And it's not July, it's like we're kind of like phasing out of it, but I will put some information up very, very soon so we can get everybody over onto the workplace onto Facebook until we get Slack integrated into this. And I will make sure that I pull all of our data because I've got 7 years of videos on there. So I'm happy to drop them in there. I'll make sure.
cool.
Hey, Heather,
Yes.
I'm sorry. When I tried to download the PDFs that you have in the chat, it kept on saying it was invalid. So where would I go to get those?
Okay. If you go into Workplace, I have them all there too. So not to
Okay.
worry. It's in Workplace. I'm gonna also drop it in Workplace again with this recording tomorrow. So once we're done with this recording, all those that either came in late or dropped off, they're gonna be able to be able to see this recording. And then you'll also have all of those prompts and all that stuff.
You said workplace it's EXP getting rid of workplace altogether?
No, so Meta actually kind of designed Workplace for EXP. It's fascinating at how the integration of us being, like just a cloud-based brokerage. And so Meta and Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg was behind everything that we were doing. So it was really cool. And so we've had Workplace for a very long time. It never took off like the company thought it should. And so because of that, it just is like they're dissolving
Okay.
the cost to you, not our company, but Meta itself is actually dissolving Workplace. It has nothing to do with the EXP.
No, I'm just wondering how it's going to work out with the like different state,
Yeah.
pages and things like that.
All of I know California and Florida right now we have state pages that we're doing in Facebook, but we're all waiting for Slack to be integrated by corporate. It's
Okay.
still another like 6 to 8 months out before it actually is completely shut down. So it's there. It's just the interaction and all that stuff. So
Yeah, so I did see the California page on Facebook and I did get
yes.
into that. And that I
Yeah.
was like, what's going on?
So I
Okay.
urge you guys to check out your state pages because they do have alternatives that we're doing right now until company rolls it out. But I promise you, there's so many good things coming on. I promise you guys, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure that you guys don't miss any of it. Promise.
Perfect. Thank you.
Anything else?
Hi,
This
Heather.
is Leah. Sorry.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi. I just want to clarify the flyers and the graphics that you're generating. Is that in the ChatGPT 4?
Okay, so that's such a great question because there are variations to ChatGPT. There's like 4 or 3.0. So there's a bunch of names. I have kind of learned all of them. If you look at ChatGPT or Claude AI, you know what? Some of you guys are staring at me kind of like oddly. So you know what? I'm just going to show you what she means. So you guys can see exactly what she's talking about. So what happens when a new form comes out, meaning like an upgraded, updated form, they name it a number. From my understanding, there is one number, I think it was like 2, like 2.0 or 0.2, that they were not allowed to do on any of the large LMs, which was really funny. I learned that from my guy, Nate. But what she's talking about is there are these things over here when you're talking about ChatGPT doing stuff for you. Oh, Sora's I love Sora. I forgot to tell you about this. Sora's all about graphics, by the way, but that's not what we're doing tonight. So anyways, see this up here where it says ChatGPT 03, 04 mini, 04 high, more models, 4.5, 4.0. It is going to tell you exactly what you need it for. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You really don't need coding. Like, we're not coding anything. We're not putting stuff in there. We're just doing everyday tasks. Now, if I'm not mistaken from what I've learned, when you talk about mini versus a higher volume, it's like it goes into typically what they call credits, and then it's not really credits. There's a whole name for it, and it's how you use it and how many tokens. It's called a token and how you tokens use it. Can't get into it. Don't know. I did hear about it, but it's the way it processes and what it's processing. Basically, that's what it is. The really cool thing I showed you guys, how cool it was if you put in a link to a website. But guess what? If I were to put in a link to, let's just say, so for instance, hold on, because I have a chat. Okay. You guys asked about board of directors. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something. Somebody just asked, who's the most important people you should be? Holly, who's the important people, right? Here's the transcript from that thing that the YouTube video, or the video that I told you that I did. I'm going to say, who are the top 8 people I need to be networking with from this information? Okay, you could write information, you could, whatever it is. It's reading the document. It is going through an hour and 20 minutes of my video and me speaking and vomiting information. By the way, this is who you're talking to. This is who you need, Holly. I just broke it down for you. Look how great that is, you guys. So who is it that you want? I call this, people call it a dream team. I call this your sphere of influence, because these are the people that are going to be helping you make money. I'm not kidding. And when I say that is because either your clients are going to need these people, right? Or these people have clients that are going to need you and some of the people that you know on this list because they don't know them. That's all. So Holly, there you go. There's your golden tool, honey.
Thank you so much.
So that's how freaking cool. I mean, it's mind blowing. I know. But the point is, you shouldn't be scared of it. It's all about massaging it. Number one, think of it like a science experiment. Okay. It's not going to explode on us, but just know that it is there to help do your job, not do it for you. That's the only thing I am going to tell you is that, yeah, I encourage you to put your own voice in there. Like, this will never be you. When I speak on like the technology and the age tech part of aging in place and in homes and the integration, technology will never, ever take over what human to humans have. It just won't. And that's the connection of somebody that you like, know, and trust. That's not something that an AI can do for you or a robot. We were born into the world needing touch, needing that human connection, not robotic connection. So don't be scared. It's not going to like take over your world. It's not going to read everything. I just say it's great because it's so fascinating at being able to tell your story without all the stuff around it, and how easy it was for Holly first question to say, hey, who would be the people? And for me to go, oh, by the way, I did a video on that, stuck that chat in there. I just stuck the chat. I didn't even put the video. And that was boom, done.
And
Imagine
you know what I did?
what?
I took a picture of the screen and then I selected all the words and then I can put it into my.
Yeah.
Thank
Just
you
the
so
way
much.
it's done it.
Technology just helps us, not reinvent the wheel a lot. So
Yeah.
and we
Well,
have an
you,
amazing
you
group.
guys, two things do not come from a salesy, like a salesy position. Nobody wants to be sold at. No, we all want to stay in our homes, but I will tell you statistically that just isn't going to happen. So because that's not going to happen statistically, it's your job to help them have all the resources. So when you know it's not going to happen, you're going to help them with the next chapter. That's where we fall short as real estate agents, the next chapter. What's next? Doesn't matter. And remember, we talked about that sandwich generation of all the sandwiches, right? If you didn't see the sandwiches, go look at it. All of us fall under any one of them. Put yourself in those shoes. I just did your avatars for you. No, none of you have to go and do an avatar. I've given you your avatar. I've given you everything you needed, plus your prompts, plus your plug and plays. Love you guys. But it's fun. It really is. You guys have fun with it. And I want you guys to like post. I want to see things. Tag me. Put it in Seniors Network. I'd love to see what you guys are doing because, we all learn from each other. Anybody? Oh, quiet.
Thanks. Take care. See you next week.
Cheers. 7 p.m. next week. I'm going to surprise you with the next one. And then the week after that, certification course on the 15th. Okay. From Mutual of Omaha on the lifestyle home loan. I'll get you guys more information. We do it every couple 6 months for
And the date on that again is
what is that?
2 weeks from now,
Yes.
the 15th.
Thursday nights, you guys. So it would be on the 15th.
Certification for what?
Pardon me?
It's a certification.
Mutual of Omaha.
Mutual of Omaha for the last 6 years I worked with
Marvin Perkins.
I worked with them on, they do a realtor certification program. I love it. It's fascinating because it just gives us agents outside of the box ideas to help our clients when it comes to needing what if they sell a home or if they need if they need health, like home health care and they need to pull money out. There's ways that you could do it. Mutual of Omaha has a program called Lifestyle Home Loans. It's really a HECM for purchase or a reverse mortgage for purchase, but there's ways also to use that. So I just like being able to give you guys all the options so you can go educate your clients and be able to do it like one of these ChatGPT prompts to talk about it on social media with a call to action. Like, don't feel like you're getting down the rabbit hole with financials and your house falling around. I got you. And I'm hooked up with Mutual of Omaha, which is like one of the biggest names out there. And when you see the word lifestyle home loan, it doesn't have the negative connotation like a reverse mortgage for purchase. It's a reverse mortgage for purchase. Let me preface that. So cheers, you guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys joining me. I am so, wow, way over. Enjoy your evening, and I will see you guys next week. Interact, engage with each other, please. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.